I received a game key from 1010 Games for Funko Fusion Deluxe Edition for review purposes. Developed and published by 1010 Games, Funko Fusion Deluxe Edition arrives on PlayStation 5 nearly a year after the original game's release, launching on August 22nd of 2025. The Deluxe Edition bundles the 2024 base game with all previously released DLC, including the Office Cameo Pack, the Wicked Movie Packs, Chucky and Umbrella Academy bonus packs, both Jurassic World Rebirth expansions, and the exclusive Fantastic Plastic DLC. On paper, it's an appealing package, a one-stop collection of pop culture's biggest franchises brought to life in glossy Funko Pop form. But while this version certainly adds value in terms of content, it doesn't fully resolve the issues that held the base game back. Funko Fusion tells a whimsical yet slightly chaotic story. The cheerful world of Funko is thrown into turmoil when Eddie Funko, an evil counterpart to the iconic Freddy Funko, steals Freddy's magical crown and scatters its fragments across the multiverse. With Freddy incapacitated, players must journey through a series of Wonder Worlds, themed levels based on legendary franchises like Jurassic World, The Thing, Hot Fuzz, and the Umbrella Academy, to recover the lost crowns and restore balance. The setup is straightforward and perfectly fitting for a game about toy figures crossing into cinematic universes. It has that self-aware, tongue-in-cheek tone you'd expect from a Funko project, and for the first few hours, it's genuinely entertaining. But as the hours stretch on, the novelty fades, and the story's charm is replaced by fatigue. Not from its writing, but from the repetitive design beneath it. Gameplay-wise, Funko Fusion borrows heavily from the structure of LEGO titles, while attempting to carve out its own identity through crafting, combat variety, and light puzzle solving. It's a third-person action-adventure with platforming and puzzle elements that ask players to collect items, craft gadgets, and complete objectives to earn crowns. Each character comes equipped with unique stats and abilities. Some move faster, others wield ranged weapons, while a few have special powers needed to solve specific puzzles. The mix of melee and ranged combat sounds exciting, but in practice it feels stiff and occasionally punishing. Enemies spawn in relentless waves, often overwhelming the player, and the AI's aggression can make even simple encounters feel like endurance tests. Puzzles, meanwhile, range from clever to frustratingly obtuse. Many revolve around crafting gadgets from blueprints or moving objects to activate switches. But the game's lack of clear direction makes progression more confusing than rewarding. Some stages require backtracking to find specific items or switch to a particular character type, an idea that encourages experimentation but quickly devolves into tedious trial and error. The slow pace of interaction and constant menu hopping drag down what should be a lighthearted romp. Even the collection aspect, normally the heartbeat of games like this, loses its appeal once the player realizes how long and repetitive each level feels. The world design mirrors this imbalance. Each level bursts with color and creative detail, beautifully reimagining familiar franchises through the stylized Funko lens. Yet despite the strong visual foundation, the game's pacing often grinds to a halt. The environments, while technically impressive, are cluttered with too many objectives and too few reasons to explore them beyond completion's sake. You'll often find yourself staring at a machine or a platform, wondering which character can activate it or whether it's even worth trying. The lack of fluidity, the just one more collectible energy that LEGO games thrive on, is missing here, replaced by sluggish puzzles and backtracking fatigue. That said, credit where it's due, Funko Fusion does look fantastic. The PS5 version shines with vibrant lighting, clean reflections, and smooth textures that bring the miniature worlds to life. Each franchise feels distinct, from the snowy terror of The Thing to the colorful chaos of Jurassic World, and the character models capture the plastic sheen and exaggerated proportions of real Funko Pops. There's even an unexpected streak of brutality hidden beneath the toy aesthetic, with plastic melting effects and skeletal reveals adding a surprising and toggable layer of dark humor. Camera issues do persist, particularly during close quarters combat when the oversized pop heads obscure your view. But visually, this is one of the game's strongest points. The audio design, however, struggles to leave much of an impression. The sound effects, gunfire, explosions, and character grunts feel serviceable but generic. Some voice work sounds oddly subdued, as if trying to remain neutral across all franchises, robbing scenes of energy. The music fares slightly better, blending cinematic motifs from each property into a cohesive, upbeat soundtrack, but it rarely stands out in the moment-to-moment action. It all fits the tone, but none of it elevates the experience. Technically, the Deluxe Edition is more stable than the original launch, though not free from issues. Occasional glitches persist, from stuck objectives to awkward physics bugs that require restarting levels. Still, there's something undeniably appealing about seeing this many franchises coexist under one roof. The sheer amount of crossover content is impressive, and for dedicated fans or collectors, the Deluxe Edition's bundled DLC ensures there's plenty to explore from the start. Whether it's Michael Scott awkwardly facing off against dinosaurs, or Chucky sprinting through a Funko-fied London, Funko Fusion nails the novelty of its concept. The problem is that the gameplay surrounding these moments rarely sustains their excitement. Funko Fusion Deluxe Edition is a paradox, an imaginative and ambitious celebration of pop culture that feels curiously lifeless in motion. Its visuals, scope, and fan service are commendable, and it certainly offers more value than the base game thanks to its bundled content. Yet its sluggish pacing, unclear objectives, and repetitive combat keep it from achieving the breezy fun it so clearly wants to deliver. It's not an awful game, just one that struggles under the weight of its own potential. If you're a die-hard Funko collector, or simply curious about its sprawling crossover worlds, the Deluxe Edition is the best way to experience it. But for anyone hoping for a smooth, engaging adventure in the vein of LEGO Star Wars, this one might leave you more exhausted than entertained. Funko Fusion Deluxe Edition isn't a total misfire. It's just one of those rare cases where too much plastic shine can't quite hide the cracks underneath. I give Funko Fusion Deluxe Edition a 4 out of 10.